Let me take a... So I got on that machine for 45 minutes. Should have went live then, but in the world of should have, would have, could have, this is just one of those, today's one of those days, where I should be going live, pulling out shorts from those 160 premium black news shows. But I hit the gym and I just finished doing 20 laps, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 20. And each one of these are, I have a 13, I wear size 13, this is a 12, so this is a foot. Well, let me be 100% here. I used to wear 12, sometimes 12 and a half, depending where the shoe was made. And when I gained so much weight, it went up to a 13. So it's possible that I will be going back to a 12 when this is all said and done. See how long this pool is. We'll count from here. This is 1 feet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 feet. This pool is 26 feet long. And I went back and forth 20 times after doing the elliptical for 45 minutes. And I have to, and I did it while in my Crocs. And I am walking like a normal person today. I am loving this ability to walk like this. I'll take a little sit down. And we're gonna talk about this carnivore diet that I'm on. And I keep cheating because I keep eating oranges, those little cuties, those tangerines. Oh my God. We buy the tangerines and I will just sit there. And today I have 4 of them. So on this carnivore diet, you're not supposed to eat tangerines because of the way the sugar is. But one of the things I hate about when getting fat is when you get fat, you get dark spots in your feet like this, and dark spots like that. And I hate that. I hate that dark spot feeling. And then this right here is like I lost my ankle at some point, and I am stuck with a cankle on this side. Not too ankle looking, very cankle. So it would be nice to lose it, which stands for calf and ankle, is a cankle. That's this side. I always seem to maintain some sort of ankle much more than the other leg. And when I'm lifting up this toe, I can feel the gout in that big toe. That those crystals that form from the gout, I should be sitting with my back to the sunlight. But basically, the swelling in my feet, despite the fact that I can still feel that uric acid. I still feel the uric acid, that uric acid that crystallizes in the joints. It could be your ankle joint, your knee joint, your toe joints. This has affected my ankle joint and my toe joint, and it is debilitating. You will find yourself totally unable to walk if you're not careful. Let me turn the chair around so we can see better light. Yeah. Another day trying to walk again. And it looks like today's a good day. Yesterday was a good day. There was some time yesterday when I felt like running. I was like, you should just run down the corridor. And I didn't, because I don't want to injure myself while on this journey, more so than the gout has, injured my state of mind, so to speak. This gout it could leave your brain running and running and running and running and running, and next thing you know, a week or two has passed by, and you might have missed out opportunities. And it's not that you're feeling sorry for yourself, because that's what you would think. You're like, I must be feeling sorry for myself. I need to snap out of this. But let me tell you, man, it is one of the worst feelings in the world to not to be able to walk and you have feet. And it's another thing to not be able to walk being something that you did on your own. It's like this is self-inflicted. I have eaten so many or drinking so many energy drinks and so many pints of ice cream that there was no way possible that my kidneys were able to flush out that uric acid that's being produced by all this sugar. And what happens is gout. And I am a sufferer of gout, and I believe in my whole heart that it is a temporary thing. I believe that if I maintain this diet with the no sugar, or at least get to the point where I'm not having anything more than a few teaspoons of sugar a day, and still maintaining the carnivore diet, see how long I can do that for. Because the diet previous to this carnivore diet was the intermittent fasting. And I did intermittent fasting for like 20 months and only lost 20 pounds. I was losing like a half a pound a month, damn near, the most. And I was only working out at the time once a week, maybe twice a week. And sometimes I would skip a whole 2-3 weeks and then work out 3-4 times. And then before you know it, I felt great. I'm not gonna lie. I did still drink a lot of energy drinks at that time, but it was no real results as far as losing any weight. So I wouldn't gain any weight. Though on my intermittent fasting, I wouldn't gain any weight. I could eat ice cream, I could eat anything I wanted, and I wouldn't gain any weight, but I wasn't losing any weight, even with some of the workouts I was doing. So with the intermittent fasting, like now, here's the crazy part now. Now I'm doing intermittent fasting without realizing, because I'll eat something at around, let's say just say hypothetically, I'll eat dinner at 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. And my dinner might consist of a steak. It might consist of boar's head hot dogs. It might consist of an omelet with a couple of slices of hard cheese. It might consist of some sort of fish, some sort of wild caught fish with like porgies with all the bones in it. I can do like 2 or 3 porgies. Maybe I'll do a little flounder, have it all steamed, nothing fried. Salt and pepper only, a little bit of butter, and I can do all those different meals. But the crazy thing is, I'm not hungry until at least 18 to 20 hours later. So this carnivore diet actually puts your body in an intermittent fasting mode, except when you do eat, you're not adding the sugars and the carbohydrates. So I'm thankful for that. It's like an automatic intermittent fasting is when you do the carnivore. It's like your body just doesn't, your body basically goes into a mode where it's just utilizing fat. It's utilizing all the fat necessary so that you're not going to feel hungry because it's constantly feeding off of your fat. And the crazy thing about that is that the only thing that you have to worry about is the psychological damage that sugar has brought onto your life, where you go through moments where you are almost feeling like some sort of crackhead, cokehead, methamphetamine addict. I don't know what those are called, but you cannot get the thought of food out of your mind, the snacking out of your mind. You just can't do it. You just can't get it out of your mind. You just want to have a snack. You just want to eat something. You just want to chew on something. We are so addicted to freaking chewing on shit. Excuse my French. How can I get you on my podcast to talk teen violence? I rock with you and star. Well, you should send me a email at Big Elvis the Chef. That's BIGELVISTHECHEF at gmail.com. That's Big Elvis the Chef at gmail.com. You want to talk about podcast talking to teen violence? I rock with you and star. Okay, teen violence. Well, the only way to get teens out of being violent is to teach them how to get out of their heads. How do you get a teenager not to believe that everyone in the room is talking about them? Everyone in the room has an opinion about what they're wearing, how their hair looks, their hair color, their hairstyle, the size of their feet, the size of their hands, how tall they are, how short they are, how their hair grows. If you can get a teenager to stop thinking that everyone is talking about them, then the teen will be walking in the right direction and probably be very nonviolent and understand the power in walking away. You know, I spent most of my youth feeling challenged at all times and was always ready to fight. I was always a tough guy, ready to throw hands, never had a problem with it, never said no to a fight. Well, that's not true. I did say no to a fight at least 2 times in my life. But now I would say no to a fight easily because I understand that that person is not angry with me, they're angry with themselves. So if you're serious, hit me up, BigElvisTheChef at gmail.com, and we can have some sort of email exchange that will lead us to some sort of podcast, and I would appreciate that. I'm into all of that. And I also am into getting back to this gout. Remember yesterday, my ankle kept cracking? Let's see if it'll crack today. Nope. And that might be from all that swimming, you know? All that swimming has my feet, you know. So that helps. But you can still see the swollenness here. One of my subscribers told me that, am I retaining water? Yes, I am retaining water because I do have high blood pressure. So I do retain water, but this is still, the gout inflames your joints, where we're talking about like the Goodyear blimp, these feet could swell up to with a bad gout experience. And today's a good day. I can walk. My spirits are up. I am looking, looking to conquer this. I'm looking to conquer this gout, looking to be able to walk and run and jump again. It is frustrating not being able to do those things. I have to tell you. Well, I did my workout for the day, and I also had my one of my children's glasses because mine they're somehow misplaced by my children who wanted to use them and then never put them back where they're supposed to go. So there's that. But what you gonna do? Just trying to. I'm energetic and ready to get back on this elliptical tomorrow and get back in the pool tomorrow. Even though tomorrow's my last day here. And, for those people that know me a little bit, I'm a nomad. I don't have any permanent residence. I go from hotel to hotel, and a lot of times I'll work out a deal with the hotel and stay for 3 months. And what's great about that is that if you're out of New York City and you're just in the Westchester area, the Yonkers area, if you're in the Jersey, tri-state area, you get, after 90 days, you get back all the monies that were spent on taxes. And they don't charge you tax anymore. So that's kind of cool. The only problem is that after, after the 90 days, basically you got to put down 10 grand. 10 grand, you always have parking, you always have a gym, you have pool, and then you have concierge breakfast, which I don't eat any of the concierge breakfast because there's always either I'm intermittent fasting and it doesn't follow with my timeline, or I am in the doesn't follow my timeline, or just like right now, I'm doing the carnivore diet. So do I eat the processed bacon that my wife keeps telling me that's not real bacon? So I stopped eating that, and there's really nothing to eat for me. So the concierge breakfast is always cool. They have waffles and eggs, which are not real eggs, I don't believe. I think those are like prison eggs. I kind of like them though, I ain't gonna lie. I like those eggs. They're those scrambled chunky eggs that are a little bit fluorescent. And I think those eggs are kind of cool. Let me see. What else do I have to say? So, the concierge breakfast is good, but let me just tell you, man, it's, believe it or not, it's cheaper than renting. And one of the main reasons why I don't rent in New York City is because of my kids. People would say, your children should have a stable neighborhood. There's no such thing as neighborhoods or communities. There's a few communities left, but New York City, it's the have and the have not. So I prefer to live like the haves, even though I have not. And somebody might say, well, I'm sure you can find a place cheaper, but the problem is that anywhere cheaper is going to be further away, and I'm going to be spending, instead of the $20 a day on gas that I spend, I'll be spending $40 a day on gas to get to my clients. So, do I want to spend $40 a day, which is an extra $140 a week, almost $600 a month extra, to have this savings of $600 to $1,000? So that's what sucks. So, I'm just walking around the pool right now. It feels pretty good. This used to be a jacuzzi. I stood here at this hotel a few years back for like 30 days or 60 days, and this was a jacuzzi. As you can see, they put they concreted this area. But this was a jacuzzi. And during COVID, and this hotel that I'm in was one of the only hotels during COVID that had the pool. There was two hotels actually. That was the Element in Spring Valley, New York, which we stood there for, I might have stood there, 10 grand, 10. We gave them 10 grand. So, year and a half. We stood there a year and a half, and that pool was working. We were able to, it was cool to look outside and it'd be covered in snow, and then you're in the pool having a great time. So that was always cool. And this was one of the other ones. So there was really like only 2 or 3 in the tri-state area that kept their pools open during COVID. And this is one of them. So I've been here for maybe, I don't know, maybe a week and a half. A week, maybe a week. Whatever the case is, I'm out of here. But tomorrow, I will be getting up in the AM, hitting that elliptical for 45 minutes, and I'll be doing another 20 laps. Because this life with gout is over for me. Trying to make it in this city. There was a time where the things that I do in this city, you had to have courage. And you have to have heart. Now, everybody's doing it, and it's destroying me financially, and I'm going through it. And I've had to reach out to some family and friends for help. And let me tell you, man, that's been an interesting road to ask for help, because people look at me, they go, well, you don't need any help, you're good, you're gonna figure it out. Okay, thanks for the confidence. Just doing what I gotta do for me and my kids. And one of the things I said was, people might think it's strange that you're living a nomad life for your children. How could the instability be good? And I would argue that it's just like the family that travels on a boat and go from country to country, city to city, spend so much time, moving around. It's the same thing. Like my son right now is playing basketball in one of the most affluent neighborhoods in the tri-state area, where yesterday he was playing basketball with what appeared to be some sort of college. Basically, it was a 6'5" white guy who can dunk. And my 13-year-old son playing with people like that. And I'm not saying that in Red Hook and in Harlem, they don't have guys that can dunk. But has that guy who can dunk, has he been able to, does he have any information? Could you have a conversation with this person about the colleges that they went to and some pointers or some sort of tips or whatever have you? I just don't want my kids thinking that I move into a neighborhood, I'm part of a neighborhood or a community, so to speak, which there are not many communities left. And my kid is running around thinking that the people around him are his friends. These are your associates. You're only friends with these people because your mother and father had to go sign a lease, and this was the best they can get at the time. So, yes, I have my children homeschooled with my wife and I every day, all day, and I think it's doing them much more better than we moving into an apartment and we're stuck there because we have this lease and we gotta be there for a year. At least here, I can be here for just a month, 2 months, 3 months, and I'm good. I enjoy, if let me just say this, if I got an apartment that had this 20-foot pool along with this gym, and I can walk down the hall and there's a conference room down the hall, I can use the conference room. They have a television in there. I can have meetings in there if I wanted. What would that cost me to do that here in New York City? One of my co-hosts for the Premium Black News Channel, we call him Dr. Surgeon. He's a MD, board certified MD, who's living in a high rise in Brooklyn. And this high rise in Brooklyn has a pool, has a gym, and it also has a pool table, and it has conference rooms as well. Here's the thing though, I can park back this way and back that way, and I think there's parking this way and doesn't cost me anything. His parking will cost him $30,000 to $45,000 a year for parking. Okay? Or else you're gonna have to find a place to park on the streets. And he's paying $5,700 a month. $5,700 a month. Doesn't even own the spot. Seriously, just renting. Knows none of his neighbors. His children don't play with none of the kids in the building. Feels good to be able to walk. So, am I trying to justify my non-traditional lifestyle? Let me also say this to you. One of the things I've learned in the last 3 years of living this nomad life in hotels, one of the things I've learned is that I'm not alone. Let me take a little rest. One of the things I've learned is that I'm not alone. I am not alone in this journey here. There are at least 15 people in every hotel I've been in that are living like this. And a lot of them have children too. Young children, old children. I was staying at this Residence Inn 2 summers ago, and I love this place, you know. I like the hotels with the kitchens in them. You know, the kitchens in the hotels are pretty cool. And if they don't have a kitchen in the hotel, I have cooking apparatus where we can use, we'll take 2 pans, and sometimes we take the wok, and we'll decide whether we're gonna have everything from stir fry to a steak or whatever it is. I'm not bounded by the hotel's ability to provide me with a stove. They all seem to come with refrigeration. Oh, and here's another crazy thing. If you spend $20,000 to $30,000 a year with these hotels, you become what they refer to as ambassadors. So we get instant upgrades of rooms. We have, they give us 4 waters, potato chips, and chocolates on our pillows, and we get treated really, really well because they love the fact that we keep staying with the franchise. We've been consistent, and we spend over $20,000, $30,000 a year on housing. So every room we go in has a microwave and a refrigerator, you know, and it has pull-out couches. Some of the rooms, especially the Residence Inns, they have doors. So me and wifey, we have privacy. We love that, you know, and I can always get me some when there's a door. When there's no door, you know, there's always drama. Like the kids are gonna see, no, chill. So that sucks. And I have no side pieces to, to, to relieve some of that pressure from her. So it can be stressful, but it is what it is. That's a story for another day. I do what I got to do to, please her, make her happy, and she does what she has to do to do the same, I'm sure, in her mind. I digress. I'm rambling. Forgive me. But I'm able to move my toes right in here, in this joint, in this bunion joint, is where most of the pain is, right in this area of the toe, debilitating, where you can't walk. And as you can see, I did pretty good walking. I enjoy that. And I will beat this gout. I will continue to work out, and I will continue to utilize the pool if where I'm staying has a pool. Okay? And you are appreciated for tuning in. The few that have tuned in, you can like this, you can share this, you can leave a comment. Simply saying good video helps the algorithm, but I have to tell you, with all of my conspiracies from 3-4 years ago when I was going really, really hard around the election time, I've been shadow banned, and it's unfortunate, but I will get out of that as well. And I know that changing the name of the channel is not going to necessarily cut it. It's going to be the few people that they're saying are watching to just hit good show in the comment section that will make a difference. All right, and I got a bunch of shorts coming. I have over 150 premium black news shows where I can put out, and I'm going to put out a ton of shows. And I'm going to be moving this channel forward, and it's going to be more than just my rec. It's going to be more than just me. What's the word? Not that I don't take it serious, but this has just been something that I didn't care about monetization. I just do what I want to do, and I don't look to be held down by the views and the likes. I don't look for that kind of a pressure to get views and likes. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna just do more of it, and it will break through because the content is sound, and you are appreciated. If anyone is looking to do any kind of donating, you can go to my About section, and there's a number there where you can leave a Zelle, you can leave a Cash App, and you can leave a Venmo. So there's Zelle, Cash App, and Venmo, and you are appreciated. Love you. Gout, and I'm out.